Switching gears, let's go to City Park for some Legion baseball. Parkersburg hosting Ritchie County in Post 15 on the board first. Courtesy of Eli Davis, C.J. McCartney scores there. It is 1-0 Parkersburg early on, and they're still going. Cam Cumston grounder through the 5-hole to tack on another run, and Ritchie County answered the bell in the top of the second. Evan Schulteis will bring home Caden Bernard, and Schulteis is safe at first. Bronson Linville on the bump, inducing the swing and the miss. He was great for Parkersburg tonight, but the ball gets away here, landing Allman headfirst into home. He's in there. We're tied at 2 to the third inning, and it was owned by Parkersburg. Wyatt Boyce puts runners at first and second, nobody out. Then a hot shot off the bat of Cumston breaks the ice. 2 runners touch home plate, and Post 15 jumps back in front. Rally didn't stop there. It's C.J. McCartney from south once again. Little flare into right field. That'll get the job done. 5 runs were scored by Parkersburg in the bottom of that third inning. It would end a little anticlimactically. Double play puts a stop to the bleeding for the moment, but Parkersburg Post 15 wins big at home 10-3.